Well, my name is Scott Arvig, and this is my SR20 506 Sierra Romeo. I bought the airplane because I got my license when I was a teenager. My dad got me into flying, and then between college and getting married and having kids, I got completely out of aviation for almost 15 years. Well, then when I got to a point where I could get back into it, I decided that I wanted a plane that I could get my instrument rating in, and so I mainly bought it to get back into flying and with the intention of getting my instrument rating right off the bat, which I did, and it was the perfect plane for that. I like to go up to northern Minnesota. I do a lot of hunting and fishing up there. I've got a cabin up there. I was flying it back and forth there. I've also got friends in Montana and down in Mississippi, and I would take the plane to visit them. I would just do some local flying around here too. The majority of the flying I did in this plane though was training. I mean that was a lot of it. I would say anybody who has or wants to get an instrument rating, anybody who wants to get around fast and relatively economical. I mean, this thing at cruise, it only burns about 11 gallons an hour, 11 and a half gallons an hour. So it's still it's still relatively economical for the speed you get. It's not for the guy who wants to put his whole family in there with bags and go to Aspen, because if you're going full fuel, full baggage, it's really a two-person airplane, to be honest. But I mean, if you want to get around, it's good for that. I'm selling it mainly because just circumstances in life have got me to a point now where I'm just stretched a little thin. I don't have time to fly it the way I wish I did, and I can't stand to see it not being flown. That's the main reason. And so I'm just gonna let it go on to the next guy, and as my plan is to get back into a plane maybe again in a few years when circumstances change.